For several glorious decades, most sexually transmitted diseases could be cured with relative ease. After a trip to the doctor and a round of antibiotics, business could resume as usual, aside from a newfound tendency to break into braying, hysterical laughter and change the subject whenever chlamydia came up in conversation. Unfortunately, the end of an era may be upon us. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 3 common STDs are becoming untreatable thanks to, you guessed it, a little thing called antibiotic resistance. You know, because sex wasn't awkward and messy enough on its own. On August 30th, the WHO released new guidelines for the treatment of syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. Because all 3 STDs are caused by bacteria, they're typically cured with antibiotics, but recently, all 3 have reportedly begun to develop resistance to treatment. You may have already heard that gonorrhea is the worst culprit. Earlier this summer, the Centers for Disease Control, CDC, announced that resistance to azithromycin, a common antibiotic, was emerging among gonorrhea strains in the United States. However, the WHO said in a press release that antibiotic resistance in chlamydia and syphilis, though less common, also exists, making prevention and prompt treatment critical. According to NBC, antibiotic-resistant strains of syphilis and chlamydia aren't common in the U.S. yet, but they're becoming more frequent across the globe. Last November, the CDC announced that STDs rates had risen in the U.S. over the course of 2014. According to their report, around 20 million new infections occur every year. Half of these occur in people between 15 and 24 years old, and women are affected more often than men. Although gonorrhea has developed the strongest resistance to treatment, chlamydia was the most common STD, with 1,441,789 cases reported in 2014. However, syphilis saw the biggest increase, 15.1% between 2013 and